Oops. I do apologize. Why is that on? Sorry about that, guys. Um, hello. I'm confused as normal. Welcome everybody to the commentary zone. How you doing, Jamal?
It's good. It's Wednesday, not Tuesday. Oof. It's Wednesday. It's kind of rainy, cloudy here, but it's okay.
Well, we'll bring the sunshine right now. Well, no, let me cancel that because we're talking about Basketball Wives, season 9,
Right.
episode 5, and this was another huge waste of my time that I will not get
But
back.
it's just, isn't it funny? Like it's episode 5, and it feels like we're still at episode 1.
hmm Yeah,
Okay.
minus any mention of the virus
Yeah.
or Black Lives Matter. So basically, there is absolutely no story to tell whatsoever.
There really isn't. Even watching it, I was like, wow, like this is plodding along. They're how can I put this? They are um really dragging this out. I mean, when I say dragging, I mean like it's molasses at this point.
But you know what? What frustrated me the most, and I can understand, okay, OG is very much in her feelings. This has happened, the original issue happened over a year ago.
Hmm.
She was forced, based on her contract, to come back and go through all of this. No one has sought her out to try and resolve it during the downtime. She has litigation against her from one of her co-stars. And her boss plays a major role in all of this issue. Okay, so I get how she could be a little salty. I would be salty too. However, no one was trying to speak for you. They actually had compassion for you and
Oh
actually
wow, a lot of
felt
compassion.
a connection with you. They backed up how it can happen because it happened to them. And they were trying to mend fences and they actually brought some clarity to the other house, not on your behalf, but just saying, hey, it's a thing. We shouldn't ignore it. It
Hmm.
happens. And then the other dingleberries was like, oh, well, maybe, whatever. And then for them to come back and say, we opened up some eyes, and for her to say, I don't want you talking on my behalf. Girl, no, 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 no. It makes me question whether you want to have a resolution or if you just want to keep on arguing for your point and not hearing anybody else.
Mm.
And I was just like, you lost me tonight. I'm absolutely done with this show. The only two people I like are the ones that the two new sisters. They're funny now. I don't. I don't like that the Dingleberry house is trying to bring up they slept with someone that one of them over there slept with. So what? None of y'all bitches are virgins. All of y'all been throwing that cat all over every state, all over the NBA, NFL, MLB, whatever. Y'all don't discriminate. I just don't think this is a valid new storyline, and I'm just sick of this show. I can't believe I'm still watching it.
For me, it was like the new girls. I won't say they really got through to the other team because the other side really knows what they're doing. Let's just call a thing a thing. There, they know what colorism is. Um, they know how OG feels, or they have an idea. Let's put it that they have an idea. The reason why they're acting the way they are with the new girls, because the new girls, they don't know them. They seem more open. They're calm, they're articulate without emotion. And
Mm-hmm.
they don't already have a pre-existing history with these girls. As with OG, they're all going to be defensive to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want people to think like, oh my gosh, these new girls just came in and explained it perfectly. Like, no, that's not what happened.
No, no,
Each side has their
no.
biases. No,
I
some people
didn't
really
mean
think.
that. I didn't
No, I
mean
know.
that.
Not
No.
you. I'm talking the general public.
Oh.
the general public. I don't want people to think like, oh my god, they broke it down so well. No, it's just like each side has their biases towards the other, so they're not really want to listen to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But when the girls went back, and OG kind of snapped on them, like they were just showing you compassion and was trying to let the other girls know, like, hey, she's not bad. This is what she's
Mm-hmm.
gone through. This is how she feels. This is where
Mm-hmm.
she's coming from. No one's
Mm-hmm.
speaking for you. They don't
Yeah.
know you to speak for you. So what are you
Yeah.
talking about? For me, it just
Yeah.
seemed like she wants to keep this going. Like she literally wants them to
Mm-hmm.
say, like, you know what? We're colorists. We were wrong. We're so sorry. We didn't mean to mistreat you. That's, to me, that's the way it comes across in this episode. Like that's what she really wants. Because how are you going? Malaysia and Kristen came over. They were talking to you. You got up from the table, did a Candace, and then are you okay? Yeah. And then you cry and you sit down and all of a sudden you go back into bulldog mode. I'm like, you lost me right there. You really lost me at that point.
Well, she lost me having the conversation in the sunglasses. I don't think that's respectful. I like to see people's eyes. I mean, unless we're in the
Mm-hmm.
Sahara, then I'll let you keep your sunglasses on. But she had on those full-on blue blockers. I'm not relating with you. Like if you have on regular prescription glasses, like yes, because I can see your eyeballs.
Right.
And the eyes are the window to the soul. I'm old school. I believe in that. But I just thought like you kept those sunglasses on because you wanted to keep your wall up. And
Exactly.
she's very, very defensive. And in a way I can understand that. But if you truly want resolution and you think all of these girls are guilty, um, I know you wanted to say your piece at the correct place, which would have been the reunion, but they treated you like crap then. Yeah, I get it. But, you know, two dingleberries came over to talk to you. Say your piece and be done with it. And if they don't get it, they don't get it. I
And
mean,
my
I'm not expecting them to get it,
right.
but at least you would have done your part respectfully.
The other issue I agree with you, and the other issue I really had with OG was this: Malaysia asked you, what did she do? I mean, I thought. Let me finish this part. Malaysia asked,
Mhm.
what did I do or say to make you feel this way? And
Mhm.
I thought Malaysia was asking all the right questions that I
Mhm.
would want to hear in OG's position. Like she came in like, look, what did I do? Can you give me examples? How do we like go from back then to now? OG did not answer near question. She was just determined to make everyone else wrong. And I was
Mhm.
just like, you don't really want resolution. You just want to try and make these ladies suffer on TV. And this is ridiculous at
Yes.
this point.
Yes. And she's using the errors or the actions of one or two or three possibly of on the cast. I don't know. I didn't watch last season. But let's just say two. The
Mm,
one that has the legal litigation against her and then the EP. But yet she's convicting all of them because of it. And for that, if you don't have specific actions, I can't go along with you. And Malaysia did ask, well, what did I do?
exactly. And I was
And
with
when
her. Like,
she
what did she
couldn't
do?
answer, and she could have even said, "You went along with the rest of them to put me in the separate space at the reunion." I'd have been like, "Oh, okay,
Right.
maybe, maybe." I would have given her a maybe on that, but she couldn't say nothing.
Zero. I see we have a blobby in the bag. Let's bring her up.
Yes, yep. Hello, my dear.
Hey, blobby.
Hi. So, a little rant has to be made.
Uh huh. Oh.
You know, Evelyn, and I'm getting really sick of this now. I can't watch this show because I was cursing out my TV like my TV could curse me out back. I can't I can't be getting my blood pressure up like this with this show. First of all, Evelyn and Shawnee, I hope this show gets canceled because at this
Mhm.
point,
Yeah,
we are episodes in and you going to
5.
play like you don't get it.
Mhm.
I'm not in the mood. I'm tired of 50 and fighting. I'm so sick of
Blobby,
them with
real
this
quick.
foolishness.
Blobby, real quick. It's been a year and a half plus 5 episodes. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
And then, I mean, I don't really like these two houses thing. I think they're grown and they should put them all in one house. Because I don't like this going back and forth and the information being halfway, talked. No, do it like the Bad Girls Club. Be all in the same house and get it done. Don't have OG, because if anybody is dangerous, it's Evelyn. Evelyn's just mad that somebody could, shank her a bit in this storyline. I can't with them. I think it's time to throw out the whole show, throw out Shawnee, throw out Evelyn. Malaysia doesn't need to be there. I'm sick of Jackie Chrissy, and her and that nastiness about sleeping with her husband in Malaysia. That's nasty. I don't want to see that.
Wait, what?
You know how she wants to sleep with Malaysia because she's into threesomes with her husband?
I didn't
Jackie,
know
right?
that. I stopped watching this show.
Yeah.
This is the first season in a while that I've watched it. So what, really?
I have
Malaysia?
a question for you guys. Yeah, I have a question for you guys. Speaking of Malaysia, do y'all think they're setting us up for Basketball Wives Atlanta with Kristen being in Atlanta, Malaysia being in Atlanta part time, and Jennifer being in Atlanta? Does this feel like a franchise setup, a new franchise setup? Just
I
saying.
hope not. Because Jennifer shouldn't even be on this season. She has the worst attitude ever and absolutely no storyline. Nobody wants to hear about how you got robbed and you making a documentary, which we know will never, ever happen.
And she's a stalker. That's going to be her storyline. She has a stalker.
She does not have a stalker. Who's that supposed to be? Nobody cares enough about her to look at her.
Well, she just said on this episode she has a stalker. I got a stalker on the loose. And she's writing a book. I'm like, huh? She has to get her story out, she said. So she's writing a book about what she's gone through. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. No. But I'm with the Blobby on this one. This show needs to go. I mean, they can just keep this to 12 episodes and keep it moving.
Franchises. I don't want to see any more cities of this show.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I do, but not with these people. I can't with this cast of characters. They're tired. They're through. This quote unquote storyline is gonna get dragged out for what, 15 episodes plus maybe a 2-part reunion. Can we last that long is the question.
I think they're gonna get a short season like OC.
Okay. That would be good.
I can't see them keep going on and on and on and on and on about this.
I mean, what do we think about this overall foolishness though? Like, what are they trying to accomplish with this season? That's where I'm struggling, because I really feel like we've talked about 5 episodes and we still don't know what really was going on. Besides one side acting like they don't understand or stupid, and the other side they just have bad attitudes and are mad. Like, where are they going with this? Is my overall question.
This is the issue. They don't want to talk about it, but the advertisers and the people who are in charge of the show know they have to talk about it. And this is just bad timing for them. Like the whole thing with the protesting and stuff like that. This is just really bad for them.
So basically, they're a victim of social circumstances at its core. Like, had we not been in these times in this climate, they probably been more open to actually sit down and talk about it. But given the social climate, they're like, we really have to be so careful with what we say because people already think we're this way.
Exactly.
Okay.
Honestly, the only conversation I want to see at this point, and it's only if both are willing to come to the table with their receipts and willing to listen and apologize, because apologies need to be made on both sides. I want to see Shawnee be held to account for her actions and OG for her responses. Like, I want both of them to come to the table, really listen to each other and apologize to each other. I don't expect anything from Evelyn because, 1, of the legal thing, and 2, I don't think she understands anything. So I've given up. She's a lost cause for me. And at this point, after going this long, I wouldn't want to hear anything from Evelyn. Case closed. But I would want to hear Shawnee say her piece and acknowledge how she has behaved as not only an executive producer, but as a character on this stupid show. And the reason why I don't want to see any more franchises, because if they take this infection from this show and transplant it to another city, and even if they have a fresh cast, but they have the same behaviors. Look, these two new girls are coming on and they're already starting the same stupid behaviors. Didn't you sleep with so-and-so and ain't so-and-so sleeping with so-and-so? Who cares?
That's what birds and chicken heads do.
I'm tired.
True. I have another question for you too. So my frustration is everyone is saying something but the two who should be talking, and that's Shawnee and Evelyn. And that's where my core frustration comes from. Why is Kristen talking? Why is Malaysia talking? Why is Jackie and Jennifer? Why is everyone talking but those two? And that's where I get frustrated. Like, all y'all have to do is sit down. I mean, have your lawyers present and have a conversation.
Listen, Evelyn thought she was a head above this. She went on Ayanla, had the own show. Sis thought she had made it. So now she has to come back with her head behind her shoulders, defeated, because nobody wants to see her when she finds God and can act like she got some sense. And then she comes back on the show and she knows she can't start fighting and cutting up because people will say, well, you was fighting Chad, because people still don't believe her on that. So she has to play a victim narrative. And the easiest way to do it is to say, oh, the dark-skinned woman's being aggressive. However, what Evelyn didn't realize is people not putting up with that no more. So she's just screwed herself twice, because if she loses the show, what is Evelyn Lozada going to do? Sleep on Shawnee O'Neal's couch?
Well, according to Trey, she was wearing some earrings that she's selling online. So yeah, she.
Oh wait, that's right. She has a fans only. She sells feet pics.
Ew.
And OnlyFans.
I just can't. I can't. Like, I know people want resolution with Evelyn. I just don't think it's worth it.
The only way to resolve anything with Evelyn is because Evelyn is from the hood. You have to do hood type of retaliation. If she gets popped in her face one good time, and I'm not for this, she will act right.
But she did get popped in her face one good time, Ocho Cinco, and
You're
she
right.
still behaves horribly.
No, she don't behave that way to men anymore. She need to get popped one time by a woman.
I mean, if we recall last reunion, Tammy did invite her to go outside, and she looked like she saw a ghost. She did not move off that couch.
I think she learned her lesson seasons ago when she brought up sleeping with Tammy's husband, and they had like several people had to hold Tammy back. And that's why they never really messed with Tammy after that. Because of everybody who came on that show, Tammy could whoop all of their backsides. You let that tick, 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 boom go off in Tammy, yeah. But, so as much as Evelyn is more bully than fighter.
True. I agree. Go ahead, Bob. You were going to say something?
No, I think that this show needs to just leave 50 and fighting and bring back the 21-year-olds who are having babies. Well, can we be honest? Can we retire the phrase having a baby for a Birkin? Can we retire that phrase?
Yeah,
can we get out to 1998? Because this is the thing I don't understand about people who date athletes. You have to be stupid, because the average football player makes $2 million in his lifetime, right? If you work 20 years for $50,000 a year, you made $2 million too. And you made more than you made at a higher rate because you're taxed at a lower rate than he would be. So when women date football players, I don't get it. Now, basketball, the average is 24 million, but you think after taxes and everything, let's say they end up with 8, that's reasonable. But or even a soccer player. But I mean, only really the top 10% are making money. So I never understood why people dated athletes.
Right. If you're gonna date if you're gonna date athletes, you have to date the football players. I mean, this quote in America, the soccer players, but you have to date
Yeah.
the European and Brazilian soccer players because they make the money. You, especially in Europe, that's where the football money is.
Well,
And
the
then
money in America is baseball. Baseball, they get great contracts, you know?
yeah,
But
baseball, basketball.
basketball's okay. Basketball's only good for the top 10%. Like if you're a LeBron and that type of thing. But like there are basketball players that make like $400,000 a year. And while that's good money, I mean what is the average career? 4 years? I just don't understand why people even date them.
It's because they're not thinking business wise. They're thinking like, okay, you're an athlete. You're in the league, and you have to be making money. And I want to go back to Jennifer's comment about one of the ladies talking about, oh, last time I checked, your man's not playing no games. I'm like, sis, you don't have a man. What are you talking about? Get that right before you make judgments on another woman. Seriously? Sit down. Sit
You know what?
down.
Y'all were having this conversation with regards to why women date these athletes, right? And it's
Mhm.
all about the now and the near future. But while y'all were having that conversation, I was thinking about, well, which type of player has the best retirement plan and
Mhm.
which one actually covers you if you get hurt? Which
Mhm.
one is it?
The
Football.
NFL has the best, but the problem is when you date an athlete, especially that football, you have to worry about long-term care because you don't know he has that CTE. You don't know how, because if you look at a lot of athletes, they have they have hard times the older they get with Alzheimer's and things like that.
Mhm.
The NFL has the best, but the NFL, it takes forever for you to get there. I mean, 65.
See, I don't think the NFL has the best. I think with regards to their retirement pension plan, that
Yeah.
it cannot be like with what's his OJ Simpson. Like they could never take away his retirement plan because you can't sue to get it, even in civil court. So at least he has a few coins for his old age. But if you get hurt, can't
Mhm.
they cut you? But if you get hurt in the NBA, they'll hold on to you.
No,
No?
NFL. So NFL. Wait, this is NFL. With NFL contracts, people want to look at the number of the contract. No, you don't look at the number of the contract. You look at the guaranteed money.
Mhm.
That's what you look at. NBA is guaranteed money. Baseball is guaranteed money. Now,
Okay.
baseball, the reason why baseball is the best is because if you get hurt, they just can't cut you.
Correct.
They have
Okay.
to buy you. They have to buy you out of the contract.
And NFL is the highest percentage of concussion related, like you get the most concussions in LFL because it's full tactile,
Full,
whereas
yeah,
the other two
Well, the worst
might not.
is hockey. The
hockey.
absolute
Hockey,
worst is
but
hockey.
like how many black people are in hockey? So I
No,
just
but
want
I'm
to put
saying
that to the side.
no, but I'm saying like they're a contact sport like football.
Right,
You know,
right.
for what they're doing. That's the
Right,
absolute
because
worst.
you got the most missing teeth and all of that in hockey, but these girls aren't really going after hockey players, are they?
Well, not them, but it's big in apparently Canada. Like having
It's
a hockey
Canada.
player is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Canada and Europe
Yeah,
is hockey.
yeah,
Like,
and
yeah,
I can see that. But we're talking about like this little.
Okay,
America.
so this
Yeah.
little, it depends. It depends what race as well. You know, like so when I was in school, because I went to a big
Mhm,
football school, the
mhm,
football players, because they know when they're going pro, right?
mhm,
We
mhm,
didn't have pro basketball players, but
mhm,
my friend's school did. She went to North Carolina.
mhm,
So
Mm-hmm.
the girls get these men in college, right? They
Freshman
mhm,
either
year.
have they either have a baby by them or they they're long-term girlfriends, right?
mhm,
They
Yeah.
wait until after the contract is signed to get married. Now they might have a baby. That's the first girl they have. Now, depending on how well their career goes, they're going to get a second girl. They're going to get the upgrade. So if they become a phenomenal superstar, then they want the big girls. Now, Evelyn, she's not that. Evelyn was just one of the Camille garden tools that went to the game, that got dressed up and had the connection at Madison Square Garden to get her a ball player from the other teams when they came.
So Robin from Potomac is the girl that you were originally describing, the one that you get in freshman year of college.
Yes, you get them either in college or high school, because some people do the long term. Some people do high school.
And then you marry
school,
once you sign the contract.
No. Evelyn is the girl you get when she's the girl who is a stan. She goes to all the games. She gets dressed up so they see her.
She's the groupie.
So wait a minute. So wait, Robin is the one that's been the long term, gets married after the contract, and Evelyn is the one who cheats on Robin with her man.
She's the groupie. Yes, she's she's so generally where it goes is generally, if you're playing the long game, you generally get them senior year of high school. Then you're dating through freshman year. Then you're probably gonna get pregnant.
No, you get them sophomore. You get them sophomore.
Sophomore is it sophomore now?
Yeah, because now they started. They can. I think it's changed, but when I went to college, freshmen in high school were telling where they wanted to go to college, so they would get them sophomore year. Now I think they have to wait.
It's earlier.
But I think they changed it. Now I think they changed it back to junior.
Got it. When I was in school, it was senior. It was the senior year because that's when you went on your recruiting trips. You signed your letter of intent. So the girls would try to get them, and then they knew where their man was going to school, and they would just follow them there.
In basketball, they never had to go to college until recently. So the high school girls really worked on the basketball players because the basketball players could go after high school and be in the NBA, and they only have to do like one semester of college. So a high school girlfriend has more time than a college girl.
Was Kobe recruited from high school or college?
Yes, he was recruited from high school.
High school. He went.
So he never went to college.
College,
no.
No.
His father had to sign his contract because he was too young.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the way. If you're smart, if you're playing the long game, it works. And with
now
NBA,
the smart girls, let me tell you what the smart girls do. The smart girls meet you in college, right? They're the girls that do the college athletes' homework because they're so dumb. Not all of them. They don't really do their homework and stuff like that. So the tutor girls, you're most likely in a sorority. You're not poor, but you're not rich. You go after a career. The smart ones are the ones who end up with, like Patrick Malone, his girlfriend. She sat there, went to college, did her own career, knowing that she wasn't making that much money, and he stayed with her. Now she's got to worry because now that he's a big star, because before he was like, and the high school girls normally are not with the big stars. They're not with the people who came out of college and people thought, hey, you're going to be, the next Kobe. They get with the guys who just made the NBA. You get it?
Okay, so it's first round draft pick versus fifth round.
Correct.
Draft pick. Okay.
They're with their high school. So then there are other things. Now, some guys know that they're going to be great, right? And they refuse to settle down, right? Those are the guys like a Tom Brady. They know, they believe in their talent and they work hard at it because they want to be the best and they always want to win. He was not going to get with anybody that wasn't high caliber.
Right. Tiger Woods is the exception, but that's not a team sport.
Well, I mean, look at Tiger Woods.
The two of y'all just get on my nerves. I can't say
I can't respect Tiger Woods. A nanny? Please. A nanny? A babysitter? He basically is he basically married Andrew. He's basically Amara. Stupid.
Yeah.
Well, now he's with like the head hostess of his restaurant. So
Even worse. Look at
I
him.
know, and she's not even cute.
But look at
They're
him.
gonna they're gonna be on Million Millions.
Oh my god!
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
with
think
he
he's
did
gonna
do
Brianna.
it
make that
right.
mistake
But that's
again.
because one, Tiger Woods didn't go to college. No, he did. He went to Stanford,
Stanford. He
right?
went to Stanford. He went
He
to
didn't
Stanford. Yeah.
finish, right? He didn't finish, so he wasn't able to meet a good crop of women in college. See, when you're stupid, you should meet them in college. So he sat there and married a babysitter and then gave her 250 million while she got another man, she got pregnant by another man, and that man is spending your money. That's a fool.
No lies were told. No lies were told.
Mhm.
Well, the NBA. The thing with the NBA is interesting because long term, the NBA has more potential due to their sponsorships, due to their endorsement deals, stuff like that. So, if you're playing the long game, I personally would do the NBA because of
No, do
I
that.
would.
Do MLB because there's so
Oh,
many
okay.
games. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many games. They go to the smaller leagues and then they can go back up. A good lick for Evelyn Lozada would have been Well, I don't think she could have gotten A-Rod
No,
No.
because she was too
Mm-mm.
old.
she
A
did the
good,
best that she could with
Carl
her.
Crawford, yeah, and Carl
yeah.
Crawford was a very good catch at the time, very good catch, and she messed
Oh,
up. That was tough.
which league can you possibly play the longest with the least amount of physical injuries and then come out of it?
Baseball
Baseball.
by
Baseball?
far, and it's
Mhm.
not close.
Okay, and still
Debbie,
have a
think
good
about it.
retirement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Debbie, think about it. They most of the time what they do, they stand around the field. That is minimal contact, and the games only last about 3 hours.
And only once in your career could you get hit in the head by a ball.
The,
Maybe?
Only
maybe
the infielders though. That's
no.
all,
The
Not when you
best.
go to bat.
the outfield.
Listen.
Oh, okay, right.
The best is no. If you really want to deal with money, and this is something that people don't go for, as equestrian. That's where you go when you want money, and I'll tell you why.
Polo.
Yes,
Polo.
Yeah.
that's where you go when you want
Nacho.
money, because that's
Mhm.
that old money. A lot of those people are
Mhm.
very, 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 very wealthy. If you want to
Mhm.
date money and you want jewelry, you date
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
anything to do with the horses. That's where
That's
the
true.
billionaire daughters and sons is, because Mike Bloomberg's daughter then got this Argentinian man who's broke, and he done had a baby by her, so he's getting a good check. Also, Jackie Kennedy's ex-husband, the one that died, the Greek man.
Aristotle and
Not all
Assis.
answers.
Yeah.
So his
His
relative
granddaughter. The
married a
granddaughter, right?
polo guy too who cheated on her, and
Yeah.
he got like 50 million. When you really dealing with money.
But he could have gotten more, but a lot of that Onassis money is still tied up in trust. So she will forever have protected money.
Yep.
Because her dad, who married her mom,
Mhm.
they thought that he was in it for the cash, which he was. Terry was in
Right.
it for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cash.
Of course.
And so they locked up that child's trust, especially when her mom died when she was like 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
They locked up all of that girl's money. So yeah, they broke him off a 50 million or whatever he
50
got.
million is enough for
It's
everybody.
good, but when you
Right.
think about all the money that she has from that shipping empire, that was a drop in the bucket.
Well,
They said, take this and go and keep your mouth shut. That's
but
all
he
you
was
get.
a fool. He cheated and didn't get her pregnant. Like, man, when you
Mhm.
go dig, you gotta go dig like these women. A baby is like, I don't want a child, but you best believe if I was with the Bloomberg, if I was with Bezos, a baby would be coming very in 9
Boo.
months. We going everywhere. We going to the voodoo. We going to do in medicine. We going to do the IVF. We going to the doctor until this baby comes out, and I want twins or triplets.
Oh, because you only want to do it once?
Yeah.
No. No. That's not what it is. What it is you want to have multiples. Reason why? So just in case this person has other children, the more children you have, the more of the money of the estate you control.
Correct.
I would also want to stagger them because, you know, I would want at least 3 and stagger them at least 3 years apart or 2 years apart so that I know that there's a start and end date for maintenance.
No. But no. You're thinking of a poor person. You have a night nurse. You have all this help. You don't have to go and be with the titty when the baby like poor people do. This is rich
I'm not
people
thinking that way. I'm thinking about financial payouts to the children and me. Like I want to be on the dole for as long as possible.
No. That's the short game. You gotta think the long-term game. The first set of children on the board are on. They're going to be in the company. See, that's why you don't get with men who have several children with several different women, because the first crop control everything. So you want to get, and he gets bored. You know, you got a good 10 years if you're lucky.
Right. So you have your kids then. Like if you're the first wife or the first,
you have to be the first.
mama.
You have to be the first baby mama. You have to be the first baby mama.
No, you have to be the first wife. You can't have illegitimate.
Fair.
You can't do illegitimate. You have to be the first wife. You have to have the wedding. You have to have the family name, the family ring, the family crest. You can't be a Sonia Morgan. You got to be first.
What wife was she? What number was she for JP or whoever it was she was married to? She was 3, 2?
Yeah. She was in
there.
Wife? She might have been 3rd or 4th.
Because generally within money, the first wife, even if they divorce, even if they get divorced, the first wife is always held in the highest esteem, especially if she has the children.
Well, she's the one that's gone out into society.
Right, but it's more important to have those children.
Yeah,
and have that respect. That's just makes how it breaks down. Because when you the second, third wife, it's like they're like, man, you alright. They look at you like you ain't gonna be here long either. So, like whatever.
Oh God, and you're probably still friends with the first wife anyway, so your loyalties are there. Okay.
This is a shame how we went from basketball wives to gold digging, and
but that's what they're doing, and they're doing it poorly. Because it doesn't make sense to me. Evelyn Lozada was with Carl Crawford when he had $100 million contract. He created Megan Thee Stallion. She's so ratchet with it. She didn't wait to get married. I don't understand what is this big wedding fantasy with people. Go to the courthouse, get married, and sign a prenuptial agreement. You had his first child.
And walked away with basically nothing.
Right, struggling, having a home in a cul-de-sac. No, you're supposed to have a house, darling. You're supposed to be like Oprah, having the Montecito apartment, having the horses in the back. What kind of foolishness is that? You got the cul-de-sac on the end.
Yeah, she failed. She failed at every single stop.
Evelyn is an example of failure throughout her life, but I mean, to each his own. I wonder what she could have done if she had really applied all of this like chicanery to something profitable, like a business or something.
We got to rewind with Sonia. Sonia is his 4th wife.
Oof.
And they were married only 7 years, which means she didn't, because alimony for life starts after 10 years. And he married again to another woman.
The one that he cheated on with her.
He married in 2010.
Oh, wow.
So he's been married now 11 years to his new wife, and Sonia only had 7.
Yeah, you gotta get to 10.
Now, if you want the lifestyle, you can be somebody's last wife, right?
Right.
If you want the lifestyle.
That's true. It's very true. Especially if you give them like Ed and Nicole Smith style, where they're at the end of their life, and then you really
because look at Rush Limbaugh's last wife, and she did it good. She was with a man that had no children, so she's gonna get all his money.
He didn't have kids?
No.
Nope.
Huh, interesting.
She gets everything.
That's the only way I said be with a rich man that's been married several times if he has no children.
I'm telling you, we need to do a panel, a gold digging 1-on-1 panel. Just saying. This is how you do it, ladies,
Because
men
Shawnee
and
Gold
men.
did right. Shawnee used her divorce settlement from Shaq to create Basketball Wives. Now, she didn't do it as good as Lisa Vanderpump, but at least she has something when it's all said and done.
Yeah, she has her cannabis business too, so Shawnee did it right. I mean, she did a good job. You know, you always, whenever you get a settlement, make sure you invest in yourself and get you some businesses up and running. Don't be out here opening up shoe stores and they close. But that's neither here nor there. And don't be talking about you have to like move because to a gated community because because OG's on the loose. You ain't bought no property. Why are you renting?
I was so surprised that she wasn't already living in a gated community in Los Angeles or California, because I would expect she would be in a gated community having Carl's child. I was stunned when she said that I had to move to a gated community. Why weren't you already in one?
Yes, Gina, like Erica Jane. Yes. That's for the lifestyle. Go on. But look at how she messed up.
But
She
look how
married
that
a
turned out.
Yeah, that was we need to do a show on that, Debbie. With the new, because you guys hear what happened?
What?
That Tom is no longer allowed to practice in California.
What took them so long?
Well,
he's still under conservatorship, right?
Right, conservatorship.
And officially has been removed from his home, correct?
I think that's still ongoing.
That conservatorship is such a genius idea. I had never thought of that. Marry an old guy and say he doesn't know how to take care of his finances and say that you need a conservatorship him. That is so slick and smart. But nonetheless.
Yeah, it's very easy to get a power of attorney.
That's just so smart when you think of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But go on. What were you talking about before?
No, we're just talking. We're just talking about, like you said, the lifestyle, like Erica Jane. Yeah, that's how you do it. If you're really doing it well, you are investing in like good jewelry, good, like Birkins. If you're buying items, they should gain value, not decrease in value. So I'm hoping she did that. Artwork, yes.
Artwork.
And real estate. All women have a different price. Now, a person who did this poorly was Wendy Dang. Wendy Dang was married to Rupert Murdoch, right?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. She was like his third or fourth wife. Yeah. She sat here and married a man who had like 4 children before her. Mm-hmm. Then, because he had his children with, I think, his second wife.
First or second, because they're super old.
It was second. I don't think he had any with the first. She waited to have 2 kids with this man, right? Mind you, she'd already had a previous husband that she stole for American citizenship because she was living with some couple. She was an exchange student and then sat there and slept with her husband and married her. So she was already scandalous, right? Then she married Rupert Murdoch, right? Mm-hmm. And again, the exchange rate is not the same through all the races. Do you know when she divorced him, her children are not on the board of Murdoch? And Murdoch owns Fox. They own all these news media networks. And her children are not voting members. That was stupid. They're entitled to the money, but I mean, his first 2 children have 68% of their family business.
Mm-hmm. Because the older kids slowly but surely took over like day-to-day running, the board, everything from their dad. And then I know that they were against him marrying Wendy. There was a big hubbub when she came on the scene. And I think that's when his older kids really dug in and started like usurping control from him, saying, well, you could go off into your retirement and like enjoy your life, and then we'll handle it from here, and they started bit by bit taking control away from him. And I think it was because they were planning down the road against any possible
But she
additional
was
children.
stupid. You don't go with a man that has grown children. I mean, they were grown. His children and you are the same age. And then she
Mhm.
sat there and cheated. And then this is another thing. You can't cheat on rich men. That's
Yeah,
not how
no.
this works. And she was stupid. Again, Tory Burke is how you do it. You have to have an idea and think of this as an investor so you have your own billions. You cannot rely on him for yours.
Mhm.
Get your own billions because Wendy Day is not going to get another billionaire.
No.
Well, you with Tory Burch, like, did she use any startup capital to build her company from her marriage?
Yeah, he
Okay,
gave her all
good.
the
Yeah.
cash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she
Then she
married a
really did do it
billionaire.
smart. Yeah.
She married a billionaire and then created a fashion line.
Mhm.
And then in the divorce, he was happy to give her the fashion line because she wasn't taking any of his alimony.
Mhm.
Right. She basically what she did was she used her own company, which was worth a ton of money, as leverage against him, to where he wouldn't come after her, and he didn't have to pay her no money.
Mhm.
Correct.
That's what she did. That's what she did. That's what she did.
Yep.
So Wendy Dang was stupid for that. She should, because she was in media too. She should have
Mhm.
created a media company, used him for it, and then have it worth, because he had the type of money where he could lose money for years. Because she was with him like 14 or 15 years. She could have had an equitable business. Now all she does is go to parties and be essentially a Sonia Morgan. That's not a win.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-mm. Oh my
I mean,
God.
I think this is going to be another we have to have like another conversation about this, because
But yeah, these women will be broke like everybody else. Give it 5 years. They'll be talking about how they used to live, what they used to do, who they used to know.
Well, that'll be the next season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm sure Erica Jane will be doing, I used to do this, I used to do that. Remember
But aren't they
when?
all broke on Beverly Hills? Because Kyle is broke, Dorit is broke, and so is Erica.
Mhm. Basically, yeah.
Do you think that Kathy Hilton will help her sister out once Mauricio
No, I think Kathy's still holding it to heart what Mauricio did to her husband and the business, how he left, how he took all of those their top real estate agents over to the agency.
Mhm.
I really think she's taking the Hilton side of it, not the Richard side of it, as an ultimate betrayal.
Even Kathy Hilton's is a good representation of marrying up,
Oh my
because
God,
she
yeah.
did really, really well,
Mm-hmm.
because she wasn't the prettiest girl. She
Nope.
wasn't the most cool, but she just
Mm-mm.
shut her mouth and played the game. But
Yep.
also, I think it hurt her later on with her children.
You know what? She followed their mother's blueprint to marrying wealthy to the
Mhm,
T. And
mhm.
the thing that she excelled at was the longevity of that relationship.
Correct.
That was where she scored all of her bonus points.
But you
You
can say she did well, because look at Nikki. She's married to a Rothschild.
Yeah, but Nikki made that first mistake,
She did,
that
but
that
she has
3-week
two.
marriage.
She has 2 children by a Rothschild, but she doesn't have a boy, so
Right.
she got to get on it.
Well, there's still time. She's in her mid to late 30s, because the other one is 40. What's she named? Paris.
You know,
But I'm sure that they froze eggs.
I'm disappointed with Paris. I thought she could have married better. I'm kind of disappointed with her.
Which time? Because she just got engaged again, like her fifth engagement.
No, her
or
first
something.
few engagements were great. When she was with the Greek heir, the one she was with, the one that just got married. What's his name? He's kind of cute. He's Guinness. His family owns Guinness.
She was with a Guinness, and she
Yeah.
let that go. Oh Lord.
No, he was like half Guinness. He was like half Irish and half
Mm.
Starbucks. He just married, that billionaire, that Russian billionaire
Which one?
who
There's so many.
No. The Russian billionaire who came to America and trying to get a green card, but he couldn't get it because they said that he's part of the Russian government. And he married Dasha. They just got married. Dasha Yukova. Oh, Stavros Nicolas. He's the one that Paris should have married. He's half Guinness and something else. He's worth like $4 billion. Old money.
See, I thought she should have married the little Greek boy, the little young one. I liked him. He had a whole bunch of money. He was young and stupid. I think she could have made out really well with that one.
Well, she could have married because then she had Paris. The guy Paris, he was an heir. She used to date Heiress.
I didn't like him. Like, I don't want to marry somebody who has the same name as me. And I don't want to marry a man who has longer hair than me. Like, I have little stupid rules. Yeah, no, I didn't like that one.
I thought she messed up when she started dating the celebrity man.
What celebrity man?
Oh, she's like a guard. Oh, I mean, yeah, she should have done the oil tycoon's son. Yes, she should have. Listen, you gotta marry money. I mean, you know, who married that? Like, what is the one? The Getty? You know, she could have married a Getty. She could have married.
Oh, yeah. That would have been good. That would have been the merging of two great families.
But the Gettys. No, but maybe a fashion brand. Maybe she could have married like the Arnolds, or maybe the one that Selma Hayek married. That would have been a good one too.
Does he have any other children besides Valentina?
Of course, he has tons of children. He has a children with that actress who is the one in Basic Instincts. You know that actress who she would never tell. Not January Jones, because she's another one who married one of those. She had a baby by a billionaire. And he's married. They say her baby daddy is Claudia Schiffer's husband.
Wait, isn't Claudia Schiffer? Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right now.
No. She should have married the Getty's a good one. She could have married a Rothschild. She could have married English royalty if she chose to be English. She could have married.
But I don't think any of those like families, like aristocratic families, like Rothschild, Getty, or anything like that, would want Paris because she has bandied herself about the place a little bit too much. That's why Nikki was more suitable for the Rothschilds.
I thought, or maybe an art heir. You know, I don't understand why she just didn't marry better. Because she was kind of old to not be married for like the aristocratic family.
Because she's 40. I was shocked when she said she was celebrating her 40th birthday. I was just like, oh my God, really? Where did all that time go? But anyway, this was an interesting conversation as usual, Ablavi. Thank you so much for taking us down the rabbit hole.
You're welcome.
As usual, you always make me go, really?
Yes. But Jamal, we have to do one show called How to Go Dig Aristocrat Style, because I think people sleep on the aristocrats too much and they go for the athletes. They go for, even though Bezos, Lauren girl, woo! You messed up. But nonetheless.
Did he dump Lauren?
No, Lauren is sitting there trying to marry him when he has 4 kids by Mackenzie and she has dusty eggs. Oh, I mean, sorry.
Oh dear. Well, maybe she's just marrying for the lifestyle at this point.
He's not going to marry a woman who's been married twice before.
Oh.
He's not marrying her. She's just the thing. She's going to be a girlfriend for 10 years until he can find something hot and nice. Come on, he's a billionaire.
Start investing wisely.
He's not giving her money. She don't even have a key to the house.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
We could always hope for Lauren.
Exactly.
Lauren, you messed up. But shout out to Mackenzie Bezos for the $34 billion you got out of Jeff.
Yep.
Salute to you, girlfriend. And you getting child support, and your children are set up for life. You sat there and had 4 children by that facially disturbed man.
He looks so much better now than when he first was working in the garage creating Amazon.
Yeah, and shout out to that girl who's kind of fugly looking, who's with Elon Musk, because he's psychotic.
The one that had the baby with him?
Yeah, shout out to her for getting a baby. Sis, you ain't gonna have the money because he got 5 kids with his ex-wife. 5.
Oh my God.
He has triplets and twins. 5 kids.
And she only popped out one?
Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe the multiple gene is on the mother
right.
side. Okay.
No, it was
okay.
in vitro.
Oh. Then she was smart.
I told you, when you get a billionaire, you do in vitro. Don't waste time with one.
Oh my God.
And she got it before Tesla. So he created Tesla after he was with her. So she's raking in the money.
Good for her.
Community property.
Triplets. Yeah, triplets and twins. She deserves everything she gets.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Anywho,
Jamal, you let me know when you want to discuss gold digging 101.
We will.
We will for sure.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Talk to you
Bye.
soon. All right. Any final thoughts on Basketball Wives season 9, episode 5? Other than this belongs in Black Lavender's dumpster.
Agree. We can let this whole franchise, this whole show can just go
until they can show us something better. Like, do better, girls. Do better. Make it interesting. Make it worth our hour of torture watching you.
Exactly.
Okay. You guys, I know that this was like a wild show. We went all the way around the mulberry bush, but now that we're right back here, please leave your comments below if you have any questions. If you want to contribute to this upcoming Gold Diggers 101 panel, let us know. If you want to send us an instant message discreetly, just go to our page on IG and message us there. Give us a thumbs up because we asked you to. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and the notification bell so that you're made aware all the time when we release new content. And most importantly, tell a friend. Share with your friends. Have them join the conversation. We love to hear from everybody. Until next time, Jamal. Bye.